Buzzfeed is a wonderful site filled with very constructive and informative articles that ultimately help the website's reputation and also inform the reader. There's a diverse number of these articles, each as special and trustworthy as the last. Is that good? Please don't shoot. BuzzFeed is fucking awful, and if you couldn't tell, that intro was sarcasm. So, BuzzFeed. It's the cancer we all know, and you'll undoubtedly find thousands upon thousands of videos on their YouTube channels, but no one actually acknowledges the piece of shit site that the cancer originates from. Since I have a shred of originality, I'm not going to talk about their videos. I'm sure you could find 10 million other people who would say the same thing as I would.
For those of you lucky enough to not know what Buzzfeed is, it's a website that specializes in lazy clickbait articles made by losers for losers.
But as stated previously, we're going to take a trip to their website, so prepare yourselves, ladies and gents. This is going to be fucking toxic. As you take a quick look at their site, you'll see that admittedly looks somewhat decent. But if you spend more than 5 seconds on their site, you'll notice the ungodly amount of clickbait. And look, I'm fine with people using attention-grabbing titles and thumbnails, but Jesus Christ, some of this shit is just frustrating. It's not even the clickbait that's frustrating, it's the actual content of these articles that tends to piss me off. There's 3 types of these articles, each as worse as the last. There's the hashtag relatable shit, the 90s were way better garbage, the SWJ shit. Articles that try way too hard to be relatable are usually top 10s, making them a special kind of cancer. It's all filler, meaningless garbage that doesn't inform you at all. Articles like the 11 reasons to feel zero guilt on Black Friday doesn't really inform you, and it sure as hell isn't entertaining. Oh wow, it's been a long year, I should buy myself some cool shit, because that's totally not what I thought before reading this very thought-provoking article. I'm not saying that everything has to be philosophical either, but after reading 10 or so of these top 10 type articles, none have actually informed me or entertained me. I just left wanting to die. It wouldn't be a problem, but top 10s in nature are meant to inform 10 facts about that topic. And with articles trying to entertain you like the 18 Thanksgiving tweets that are just too fucking funny, well, they don't do their job. Humor is subjective, but kids eat first, you a child of God, so go isn't fucking funny. There's no substance. Being absurd isn't a joke. It can be the basis of a joke, but it doesn't make what you say funny. You know, that's the best way to describe this website, really. Substanceless shit. Moving on, we have the 90s kids culture, something that has really sprung up, especially in the past 5 years or so, and it's something I would never understand. I get nostalgia in your midst for your childhood that you remember through those rose-tinted glasses, but you have to accept that not everything was better back then. You can complain about how phones make people less active, but I bet you were sat on your ass playing your SNES growing up, being just as unproductive. That's a problem I have with 90s kids in general, their double standards. The things I grew up were amazing and no one can criticize me for them, but when I criticize everything we have today, I'm in the right. I would never understand everyone's hard-on for this decade in particular. Things like the technology back then are definitely worse than the shit we have now, but anyway, I'm not blaming BuzzFeed in particular for this phenomena, but they definitely do have this type of idiot. Articles like the 15 problems only 90s kids grew up with siblings would understand do nothing but romanticize the past while not actually acknowledge the flaws and shortcomings we had back then. I really fucking hate how people can't objectively look at anything from their childhood. There's probably a lot of horrible shit you wouldn't want to relive through. Dial-up internet, clunky box TVs, VHS, books, and with people being hypocritical, this leads me into the SWJ aspect of BuzzFeed, and yes, I know there's about 10 million other fucking people who've talked about feminism before, so I'll keep shit simple. I don't like the get offended by every single joke type feminism. Actual feminism, or egalitarianism, is what anyone should support. If you're not for the equal rights of everyone, you're kind of a cunt. But my problem is with the whole Tumblr of feminism, and people on BuzzFeed who need to show off how godlike women are and how men are Satan spawn. If you want to claim that you're a feminist, someone who's for the rights of both sexes, but then go to complain about men and how they should all die, you're just as bigoted as the people you're against, actual misogynistic assholes. Just because you're a minority, female, whatever, you're not exempted from being labeled as a hypocritical bigot. The amount of people who think their skin tone or their sex makes them immune from criticism is genuinely concerning. Like in 90s kids culture, I can't blame BuzzFeed for creating this. But what really pisses me off is how they're promoting this SWJ bullshit. Like on their homepage, you'll see various SWJ type articles, and it's honestly disgusting. It's honestly just one big circle jerk about how women are untouchable. And if you even dare question or bring up logical arguments against them,
then you're fucking worse than Hitler.
I know I shouldn't expect any better from a website that's telling me the 11 photos that will make me feel like I watched Macy's Thanksgiving parade, but the amount of people who are oblivious to their hypocrisy is unbelievable. BuzzFeed is fucking awful and I hate it. The community is garbage and filled with hypocritical cunts who are too narrow-minded to see the blatant flaws in their arguments. The clickbait is off the fucking walls. Nothing is of any value. It's the same regurgitated shit.
Fucking want it to burn.
Please save yourself the brain cells and don't ever visit BuzzFeed. There's nothing to find and you might just become one of these brain dead assholes. Really, fuck BuzzFeed.